It's Friday night, and it's going to be a regular old Friday night for maybe an hour. Just going to catch up. I've been absent from the chats. I apologize. Uh, with guests, but trying something different. Appreciate the patience. Um, I'm bringing up many people as I can reach out to, as many people that are interested, um, to different ways of healing, different ways of feeling whole, different ways of um, I don't know. Maybe we could say a spiritual path. I hope you're enjoying the conversations. I hope you're enjoying the guest. We're going to continue reaching out to more and more people. Some people, man, have been really surprised. Honestly, only one person of many that I've reached out to so far just said they weren't interested at this time, or they think they said they were going to pass. It's okay. It's a small channel, and I do a lot of silly things as well. So I could see someone looking and saying, no. But most of them, some who know me, online presence, some met me in real life. Hey, McGeeza, how are you? You guys here? Hope all is well. Struggling today. Almost picked up this morning. You want to pop up and talk for a few minutes? Don't have to. No pressure. But if you would like to, you're gonna have days like that. But you get through the day the same way you get through every day, which is just one moment at a time. Right now, you didn't pick up the bottle. Right now, you are sober. That's enough. Celebrate that. That you almost, but you didn't. You almost, but you didn't. And thank God. Turn it over. Turn everything over. The Course of Miracles, they say turn it over to the Holy Spirit or turn it over to Jesus. If you were a yogi, you could say turning over to Krishna, Shiva, whatever term you like, whatever your higher power, just turn it over. Hey, Stitch. Hey, Michael. Thanks for coming in, guys. Hey, Jack. So, Jack, you only have to say it once. If you have a point that's really important to you, I don't blame you. Come on in, make the point. We're largely politics free channel. I know that's not really politics, but thing is, it could be triggering for a lot of people. So the message is missed. When people are triggered, they're not going to get the message. But I appreciate the passion. Because I said maybe some of the time, mate. Thank you, though. I'm just dealing with so many different emotions. I'm dealing with it sober. Usually I would pick it up. Um, Usually I would pick up, but I picked up the phone instead. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear it. Just remember, don't even think about one day at a time. Just one moment, one moment, one moment. This moment, the only moment you have. Right now, you're sober. Only important thing. Sitch, how are you? Sitch says, yeah, please don't spam. Michael says, I'm going to get started on chapter 6 soon. Once you get started, your writing flows pretty quickly, Michael. You're going to be finished in no time at all. I will definitely order a copy. So chapter 6, he says, is you're tying it all together, places across the United States. That's the way to do it. I don't know. They probably came from Palestine. Yep, Sniper says, just the once, Jack. Sitch says, I don't understand. What don't you understand, Sitch? We can help you with that. So, again, I want to thank you guys for an awesome week. I was feeling down about a lot of stuff. And most of the time when I'm feeling down, I I look for new directions. So I do my best to turn things over and see where I should head. And I don't know why. I got the urge to reach out to some people and just do something different on my channel. And it started off mainly talking with uh, about recovery. Our friend Magiza, I don't know if you're still here, my friend. You helped start all that off. You helped me quite a bit. I don't know if you realize that. Sniper says, "Greetings, beautiful souls. Hey, toy pups." Michael says, "How's it going, Sniper?" Stitch says, "The point of my life. I hate my life. Nobody understands what I'm going through." I know, Stitch. Believe it or not, I was there as well at one point in my life, probably around the same age, and it lasted a long time for you. For me, I don't think it's going to last that long for you. You will understand, and life will get easier for you. I promise you, Stitch. Because it says I'm dealing with all these emotions I've suppressed for years. I know these days are going to come, and I'm proud of myself for picking up the phone and not the bottle. This too shall pass. Absolutely. And hey, those emotions that you've suppressed are now coming to the surface, and you're dealing with them as you showed by picking up the phone and by not picking up the bottle. So they're no longer going to be able to haunt you because they've come to the surface. You're examining them. And now you're realizing, guess what? You chose sobriety. They no longer have the power over you. You just took some of your power back, Nagisa, and you'll continue to do so. Love Merlin the Wizard. I was a big fan of Merlin too. You guys ever read Marion Zimmerlin Bradley, Mists of Avalon? Tuesday Talk, The Lion, the Unicorn, and Merlin's Secret. That sounds awesome. Michael says, in fact, my friend Ryan, aka Sir Spitfest, is a descendant of his. Michael says, oh, very cool. So tomorrow, unless I'm mistaken, we're going to do some singing, and Big Al is going to come up and co-host with me. We're going to do a co-hosted karaoke. When someone wants to come up and sing, Big Al will drop back in the chat, and they'll come up. And then he'll come up, him and I will sing together. We'll talk. We'll have fun. I always have fun with Big Al. We'll sing separately. We'll sing together. I know we do it on Friday nights, but Big Al thought it might be fun on a Saturday. He just says, I just played the tape forward. I sat and I thought about it. And yes, it could have one bottle of vodka and made me feel better for an hour, but I would be more and more, it would be more and more until blackout, most likely get arrested. It's important that you are able to see and you didn't rationalize. The famous wizard's name was written in his family Bible, which I think is neat. Jesus says, and I know that's not what I want. Man, figuring out what we don't want is probably more important than figuring out what we want. In the situation that you find yourself in, knowing what you don't want is key. It's everything. Absolutely everything. Because you've already had it. It never brought you peace. It never helped you deal with any situation. Situation was still there when you sobered up. And worse, now you were hungover. Now you felt awful. Now you had guilt. It never, ever fixed anything. What's the slogan in AA? You can never get enough of what you don't want. Believe it or not, Magiza, this is your spiritual path. Sobriety is a lifelong meditation. Meditation is about returning to the moment, getting distracted, returning to the moment, getting distracted, returning to the moment. That's what sobriety is. Eventually, you're not really tempted anymore. It's no longer an issue. It's second nature to come back to the sobriety of the present moment. Hey, Carl. Good evening. I don't know what's happening with YouTube. What's going on, Carl? Michael says, so ironically speaking, I own one made by the descendant of Merlin. Wow. Does it feel different? Had different vibration? Giza says it wouldn't have stopped. I'd have woke up in the next morning, come back out, wondering what have I done, where have I been, etc. I would just go and bought more vodka. Yeah, because that guilt compounds itself. Well, I've already blown it. I've been sober. I just got my 3 month chip, and I've blown it. I may as well just continue blowing it. Not the way to go. Stephen says it's a tale that's very old, long before the British coat of arms. Coat of arms is a cover story for the older tale. Frenchie says, love you, Yogi. Thank you for all you do. Frenchie, thank you. Thank you for being here, my friend. Uh, how are you feeling? Carl says I lost 10 subscribers today. You know what? I've heard a lot of the channels, a lot of the people that have like lots of channels, uh, and they've subscribed to someone that's disappearing. But where are you? Where are you right now, Carl? Subscriber wise. Let me bring the channel up. You're still over 100. You got 101. So the difference, Carl, you're building an audience now. Now you're building a community. These are the people that are going to stick with you no matter what. Hey, Heart Matters. Heart Matters, what did you think of our guest? Michael says, very interesting. Sapper loves stuff like that. Meguza says, I kept drinking every day until too sick to keep drinking. Then have to go through the terrible withdrawal, shaking, sweating, hallucinating, all awful things. And if you were fortunate, you would get to do it at home. If you were unfortunate, you would get to do that, what, in a jail cell? But you didn't. McGeeza, you didn't. You picked up the phone. And you can pick up the phone again, over and over and over again. And you can come here. I'm live 3 times a day. Frenchie says it happens, Carl. Frenchie says better. Thank you so much. You're welcome, my friend. Frenchie, if we can ever do anything to help you, let me know. Let us know. Hey, Richard. Good evening, Yogi. How are you? Richard, I'm doing good. You got your song picked out for tomorrow? Hey, Timo. Timo, I was thinking about you today. I was thinking about you and Sabine. How are you? Richard says hi to Optimob. Michael says, Carl, it happens. I would be ready past 700 if it wouldn't unsubscribe a bunch of people for me. Currently 20 away from the big 700. Wow. Michael, that's awesome. Michael, how are your watch hours doing? Carl says he had 122 yesterday. But you know what? It's the subs that stick. Those are the ones that count. Stitch says, breath work, please. Yes. We got caught up in the chat, Stitch, and we'll get right to it. Richard says hi to Megiza. Megiza says, I'm laying my head down on the pillow now. Sober. Tomorrow's a day. Thank you, Eric. Tomorrow's a new day. Good night. Good night, my friend. Thanks for coming in and sharing. Richard says, yes, I have one written down. You're going to find another, two. I would do 2 or 3 if possible. Definitely possible. I encourage people to keep coming up. Hey, Carl. I like you. I think everyone here likes you. I bet every single person here likes you. Richard says, so lucky we're all on a planet at the same time, Yogius. I think we're all lucky to be with each other. Again, you guys have given me an awesome week, and I really needed an awesome week. So, Stitch, are you ready? Hey, Becca Bill. I just watched a short of yours. Richard says, I like you, Carl, and told you that I would be there for you and I would show up on your lives. Michael says, getting 42.3 watch time daily, currently at 1839. Oh, nice. We're getting close. Becca says, thank you, Yogi. Thank you for making it, Becca. Stitch says, yeah, all right. We're going to do that physiological sigh because it helps us feel better quick. Stitch, this is when you can put one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. What we do is breathe in through the nose, fill in the belly up with air. When it feels almost full, we stop, just to pause, and then we're going to sip in air. And then we put our tongue and roof of the mouth, purse our lips like we're blowing out a candle, and blow with a whoosh. Going to do that 3 times. I think I told you before, Stitch. No one can feel bad when they're whooshing. Whooshing makes everyone feel better. Even a cat. It's here, Chuck Carl. The chat's here. All right, here we go, guys. If anyone else wants to participate, this is for Stitch. You got it, Stitch. We're going to take our first breath in. Breathe in through the nose. Fill up the belly. Sip in air. Sigh. Shake out your arms a little bit, Stitch. Just shake a little bit. Shake your hands. It's getting the energy moving. We're going to do our second breath. Breathe in through the nose. Sip in air. Sigh. Good. Roll your shoulders back and forth, Stitch. Just back and then forwards, back and then forwards. Shrug. Just move, maybe sway back and forth. Getting all that energy moving, all that stuck energy. Our last breath. Breathe in nice and deep this time through the nose. Fill the belly up. Sip in air. Sigh, big and long. Put a smile on your face, Stitch. Even if you don't feel like smiling, put a big smile on your face and let everything go. That's it, Stitch. Thank you, Michael. Michael's showing his love from another channel. What do you need explained, Richard? I don't know that I can, but we can try. That's awesome, Timo. Absolutely awesome. Timo says, thank you to everyone who helped me get back monetized. That was the fastest 9 months. That was fast. Was that faster than the first time? Well deserved. What happened earlier? Becca? Never be embarrassed. Yeah, Richard says you don't have to be embarrassed, Becca Bill. He was just expressing your feelings, that's all. Nothing to worry and be embarrassed about. So was that here, Becca Bill? I started this live stream talking about good night, Timo. Timo, congratulations and well deserved, my friend. On the days that I have the guests, I'm going to be largely absent from the live stream. So I have complete faith that you guys are going to handle everything. I appreciate all the great questions that you asked my friend Tom today, and that you asked James yesterday, and that you asked Tim on Tuesday. Questions that you asked Sniper Tuesday night, and the terror questions you asked Lucy. Um, so I missed a lot of stuff that might have been going on. I apologize. I'm going to try to balance out those with just coming up and chatting with you guys as often as possible. Richard says YouTube isn't letting me upload a post office uh, um, my dinner, but will let me upload a new music track I made. It kept shutting me off YouTube and froze my phone. I'm sorry about that, Richard. That I can't help you with. I can't help you anything technical. I wish I could. Sniper says Beckaboo, only you have bought that back up. So y'all need to all you need is forget what was and be what is, always in the now. Becca says, you know what? I saw Sniper say something about no good or evil, only love. But I didn't see what it was a context with. Becca says, yes, Yogi, I got worried about being passive aggressive. Thought I was evil. Hey, passive aggressive doesn't make you evil. It makes you passive aggressive. And so many of us are passive aggressive. We've sort of been trained that way. You know, we're told, our friend Tom talked about that, especially with women. Women are told, don't be aggressive, don't be strong, don't be forthright and forthcoming, don't express yourself in a forceful manner. So it comes out in a very passive way. I catch myself being passive aggressive, which is important because when you can catch it, now things begin to change. Um, I don't like it when I do it. And I don't mind when people, well, I don't want to say I don't mind. I appreciate when people point it out. Hey, Soulful, how are you? So, hey, Becca, it was a learning moment for you. And here's one of the most important things to learn: you are filled in this space with people who love you. Nady, my friend, thank you for being here. Guys, do you remember our guest from last week? And Nady as well. I'm glad to hear that. Catching up. Heartmatter says it's a form of lying. Passive aggressive. You think it's a form of lying? Hey, Kenna. I sort of think of it as a suppressed emotion that is finding its way out. Sort of a, we can call it a mixed modality. Hey, Nady, what would be your description of passive aggressive? Tom Thompson talked a bit about it, and he would call it just part of the pain body. It's passive because, especially in women, because, but in men as well, some men were taught not to express themselves in certain ways. So that aggression that needs to be expressed comes out in a very passive manner. Imagine if we were able to be, imagine if we just be able to be accepting of ourselves. Zipper says it was exactly this, Eric. Nady says, lovely to be here. It's lovely to have you, my friend. Richard says, don't feel that way, Becca. You're loved here. You definitely are loved. Why is it a form of a lie? Heart matters. What if someone is saying what they feel is valid to them, but they don't know how to express it and it's coming out in a passive aggressive manner? So how could that be a lie? And I'm not arguing, I'm just curious. Because something being expressed in a passive aggressive manner, it can be absolutely true, right? It's just the way it's expressed. I agree with Becca. Repressed pain. So pain is never a lie. Pain might be one of the most honest things that we can be confronted with. And if we can learn to express that pain, not in an aggressive and not in a passive, but just express it in an honest, forthcoming, in a loving way, in a way that's kind to us. Many levels of love, not lies. Thank you, Semper. Thank you, Nady. Armada says you use the words that don't align with your true feelings while expressing your true feelings with only body language. Well, I don't know. I think if someone is, as Nady says, repressed pain, then it is your true feelings, but it is being expressed in a non productive, hurtful manner to yourself as well as the other person. Richard says, I agree 100% too, Yogi. Uh, hey, Danny, how are you? Hey, Champ. Super Champ is here. Hey, Toy Pups. Hey, Nightmare. Super says, maybe for heart, but we are all individually bound together. Super Champ Mint is Mint. As weird as it sounds, I'm both depressed and proud of myself at the same time. Let's unpack that one at a time. What do you want to start with, the proud or the depressed? Danny says, Jack Schwartz. Danny says, procrastination is a form of passive aggressive behavior. That I never realized. Interesting. Hey, Heavenly Star. Guys, I don't know if you've realized, uh, Soulful Sojourners is Nady, and she was the guest that we had last week, Monday before last. She really helped kick off the new start uh, of where we've been heading. Big thanks. Nady is an old friend. We figured it out about 25 years. We've been in contact with each other. Flip Up says, Becca, hi. Stepper says, greetings, Super Champ. Good to see you. Missed you earlier. Earlier was an awesome chat. It really was an awesome chat. And let's see. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. Philosophic. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. Do you have any advice on family relationships? My dad and I used to be very close, but he's a strict conservative Christian and recently saw me in his office. I'd probably talk to your dad. Probably not the best thing to do in your dad's office. Vince says, Super Champ, I know that feeling. I suffered with long term depression too. Some days I don't want to do anything, but I still feel happy at the same time. I can understand that as well. If you're feeling hurt and acting hurtful, that is not being passive aggressive. That's just being aggressive. Yeah, I don't think anyone's disputing that. Uh, but what we're saying is, if you're feeling hurt and you are expressing that in what seems like a very passive way, but tinged with that aggression, that you have maybe that sarcastic. Nady says, and so is inaction. Richard, you're doing pretty amazing, my friend. Neymer says, Yogi, I almost read the whole comment. I was screaming, no, Yogi. Yeah, almost. I started laughing. Hey, Maddie. Maddie, how are you? Enjoyed hanging out with you on your live stream. Super Champ said, Mint, that's awesome. I was that close, Nightmare. Stitch is babysitting again. How's it going, Stitch? Is this your bench press session yesterday? You got, what, 8 reps? What was it, 70 kilograms? Richard says, thank you, Yogi. I try this community that helps me get through my day. And in return, you're a big help for everyone else too, Richard. Nightmare says, hit heavily. Guys, you all know Heavenly's getting married next summer. Hey, Adam. The hands are full. Love to everyone here. Thank you, Nady. And remember, Becca Bill and everyone here, you are the light of the world. Absolutely. Thanks, Adam. Maddie said, I love the Sissy. Did I miss Sissy? I hope not. Maddie says, I'm good. Thank you for dropping in, Miss Yogi. You're welcome. I always enjoy it. I think it's one of the most peaceful and funny places on YouTube. Zipper says, I disagree as it misses the opportunity for personal transformation and healing, ignores the complex, often unconscious nature of the shadow self. Next time we have Tom up, let's talk more about the shadow self, shadow work. Danny says, Yogi, I'm doing good. Thank you. I'm glad, Danny. How's the weather? Becca says, I can be passive aggressive with a smile on my face. That's different from typical aggression. Emily says, Yogi, on that note, do you mind me asking your opinion on these? You can ask all you want. Doesn't mean I'm going to answer you, Nightmare. How many times do you think you can fool me? Zipper says the shadow self is at play. Heart says definition passive aggressive is communication where the speaker has negative emotions such as anger, but is expressed using words that do not convey the emotion, avoiding direct communication. Yep, I still don't see that as lying. Thank you, Maddie. Let me get down here real quick. I'm going to catch up. Maddie says to a true friend, love we send. To a true friend, from a true friend, and from a wonderful poet. Maddie, thank you so much. I can't begin to tell you, I appreciate everything you do. But your presence has been such a blessing in my life. Hey, Nino. That's about what it is here too, Danny. I think we might have gotten close to 90. Hey, noob. Maddie says hi to Danny. Maddie, thank you again. Super Champ says, Yogi, I'm fatter. Do you think I can do 70? You will, though. But unfortunately, it was 60, which is approximately 135 pounds, and the barbell was literally bouncing off my chest on purpose, of course. Are you practicing pause bench? You're going to need to do that for your comp. You do, but I appreciate you being here. Yogi, do you know Jesus? I do know Jesus. Since you just changed the diaper, and now I'm getting her dressed because we're going to go eat. You do such a good job, Stitch. Becca says we can agree to disagree. We can have different options. Zephyr says esoterically, passive aggressive behavior represents a conflict between one's conscious self and repressed shadow self. It's an indirect expression of hidden hostility, resentment, and a fear of confronting unhealed emotional wounds. I think esoterically, I think as well as psychologically. And there might not even be a difference, right? Heavenly's going to hide in the chat for singing. You can come up and sing if you want. We're officially singing tomorrow, but that doesn't mean you can't come up tonight, Heavenly Star. Nightmare's got that laugh. He's up to something. He does think that he can get something over on me. Super Jam says, yes, sir, in competition, it's pause, but only one rep, so I can do that easily. But for 8 reps, just had to make it bounce. Take some practice. I've been in a few bench press competitions, and I've also watched people who thought they could come in and bench because they were gym bench pressers, and they wanted to, and these were local comps. They wanted to come in and they try to do the same weight they do in the gym, failed every single time. Thank you, Danny. I'll take myself in about 10 minutes. We're going to get approximately 1 hour in tonight, and then I'm going to go to bed. It's been a long week. It's been an awesome week. Let's see. Sampa says, noobs. Who's Jesus? He must be confused. Vince says, Carl, I think Yogi missed my comment earlier when I asked for his email, so I can send him an email to ask him for yours. Gotcha. I did miss it. I'm sorry, man. It is in my, by the way, it is on my page, on my channel page. If you can't find it on the channel page, let me know and I'll write it here. Super Chat said I had to reach that goal with 60 by any means possible. Gotcha. I understand. Heavenly says it's been a long time since I've been yours. It has been a long time. You're overdue. Becca says it's been a draining week for me. Let's see if we can make it a better weekend for you. Paramedic says, hypothetically, if you were grieving terribly and you pretend to be happy to make those around you feel better, do you think that you are lying? I see your point, Paramedic. I see your point. I mean, technically, I just don't know if I see it as an actual lie, though. But yeah, I don't know if people are doing that. See, I think of lying almost as purposeful, and I don't know if passive aggressive is being purposeful. But I definitely understand. Like King says, Eric on 29 sub me now. So you got 29 in, 21 to go. It says he looked at my page and didn't see it. There you go, Richard. Maddie says, I have to head to bed, Miss Yogi. Baby Jordy fed and sleeping good. Good night, my friend, and good night to all in the chat. Good night, Maddie. Thank you so much for everything today. And I mean everything, including going live, place to hang out. Thank you so much. Everybody says, Mister, don't forget your tat. I will not forget my tat. Hey, maybe that'll be a wedding present. Emily, what do you think about that? For a wedding present, I'll roll out my sleeve and I'll show off the Heavenly Star tattoo. Danny says, this is Heavenly Star getting married. Is anyone here not subscribed to our friend Blue Moon Tiger King? He wants to get to 50. He wants to live stream. Hey, Blue Moon Tiger King, you want to come up and say hi to everyone? You can do it right now if you want. Richard says, thank you, Yogi. Appreciate it. You're welcome. All right, let me see if I can find it, and I'll take it off. If I can't find it, that's okay. Yeah, Carla says Yogi has my email if people are looking for it. Yep. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Armenta says, I'm also not sure that lying is the best term. You're definitely not being true to yourself, though. Yeah, there you go. The thing is, I don't even know if when it's happening, people don't even know. People don't know how they're really feeling. I'm behind in the chat too, Carl, but I'm almost always behind in the chat. It says, I will email Yogi so I can get Carl's email if that's okay. That's Carl asked me to do. That works, Richard. Remind me, because a lot of new emails end up in spam, and I don't often check my spam. Hey, Sada. Welcome, Bear. Thanks for being here. Super Champ says, it's okay, Yogi, just pull the 60s card. As I often do. Super Champ was laughing. Armenta says, I bet I see your response. Sorry if I haven't been responsive in chat. I'm driving and typing everything through voice to text. It's okay, Heart Matters. I appreciate you participating. Super says, it's definitely not lying. It's more of a self-deception or inauthenticity. Yeah, actually, as we unpack it, I think we're all speaking the same language. I mean, we could make, if we wanted to, we can make an argument for any sort of term that we wish to use that resonates. Danny says, Yogi, I just seen just Furry Josh Fur on Wheels today. He was eating pizza. Was he? I haven't seen him in a while. I don't even see him in my basement. I put basement back in just for him in my title. Carl says, no problem. Richard Lilu wants it as well. Super Champ says, nah, that's hilarious. I'm sorry. I didn't really pay attention to it. Let's see. Richard says, okay, Carl, when I get it, I will pass it on to Lilu. Super Champ says, Bear was probably a troll anyway. Hey, Big Al. We were talking about passive aggressive behavior. You got to sing tomorrow, I thought. Didn't you request that we move it to Saturdays? Super Champ says, just be honest and hug. There you go. The thing is, being passive aggressive, and Sniper sort of pointed this out. If you don't know you're doing it. So, hey, Becca, um, I hope you've realized how important this is what Tom was talking about. This is what I talk about quite a bit. How important it is to be aware of a behavior that's no longer serving you. So now that you know, now that you're aware uh, that you have the capacity to be, thank you, Super Champ, the capacity to be passive aggressive, everything starts to change. Because now that you're aware of it, you can start doing helpful stuff to you for yourself. Hey, Selma, we're going to wait a bit before we bring anyone up. If we bring anyone up, I don't know that we're going to. We're only going to be live for, I don't know. I said an hour. An hour is in 13 minutes. It'll be longer than an hour. I'm enjoying the conversation. Thank you again, Super Champ. Carl said he sang last night. Did you sing last night on your live stream? For those who don't know, our friend Carl has a lovely voice. Super Champ says, I don't think I'm passive aggressive, honestly, because when I get angry, I don't hide it usually. I wonder if we flip that around. Passive aggressive. If we flipped it around, aggressive passively. Anyone experience that? Hi, Selma. So, hey, Becca Bill, celebrate that you are aware of that because that is big. Hey, Brian. I'm sorry, Selma. Selma, you're better off not hanging out with Harrison. Sorry to say it. Big Al says, yes, tomorrow. Yogi, but I was saying, do I need to sing to cheer up the chat? But karaoke is karaoke is tomorrow. Prep some songs. I got a list. Big Al says, agree with you, Becca. What I mean is, I don't agree it's lying. I do like the way our friend Heart Matters explained it. And again, I think we're speaking the same language, but we're on the same theme, but expressing it differently. Richard says, sorry to hear that, Selma. Big Al says hi to Brian. Heart Matter says passive aggressive definitely falls into the category of negative communication styles. Yes, for sure. It is better to focus on positive communication styles like reaching shared understandings of the topic. Agreed. The problem is we don't often know that we're being passive aggressive. And even when we do know, it's such an ingrained habit that in yoga terms, we call it samskara, where it's emotionally imprinted. It's our default network mode, how we communicate. But it can change. Awareness, breath work, meditation. Becca says, if I'm letting someone know sarcastically, then that's how. Then how is that lying? Well, sarcastically isn't necessarily always passive aggressive. It depends on how the intent behind it. I think the word. I think we came to the conclusion that self-deception. You don't paint a very good picture of Harrison, Soma. Not sure what you like about him. Becca says positive communication can't always be achieved. I don't know. I wonder about that. It certainly can seem that way, can it? But maybe that means the avenues that we're attempting to express ourselves uh, aren't the best way for reaching someone. Can definitely feel that way, Becca. Evan says, "Hey man, would you ever want to get a dog?" I would. Couple reasons why I don't. My two dogs passed away 2018, 2019. My drop-in dog uh, no longer drops in. Some of the pitfalls of having an ex-wife who has the dog. I mean, we were already separated when she got the dog, so she has every right to do so. She's not doing it to be mean. She never has been. We've just created some space for both of us, and Pup just doesn't get the opportunity to come over. I used to see her every single day. But right now, I got two adopted cats. They're 13 years old. They were 10 when I got them. They don't like dogs, so I sort of want to give them a happy life. I do miss having a dog. See, that my cat heard me talking about dogs. She let her opinion know. Red flags says toy pups. Absolutely. Seven says so many beautiful synchronicities happening all around. Agreed. Big Al says passive aggressive is a lying, but it's not positive. They said, and I think Becca did too. We use it as a defensive barrier against harm from others. Well, again, I'm seeing it from all different perspectives now. I appreciate the talk. One of the best ways to help ourselves is just by discussing it with an open mind, listening to other people, how they express themselves. Who's Toy Pups? Love our Toy Pups, Carl? She subscribed to you. Hey, Toy Pups, are you subscribed to Carl's new channel? Becca says that's true. Heart Matters. Heart Matters said, Becca, one idea that helps is where you identify if if they see you as an ally, stranger, or enemy. By default, we trust allies, distrust enemies, and are cautious with strangers. For some. Sorry if I've missed some comments, guys. Richard says, yes, we all have to understand that passive aggressiveness is a defense mechanism that we use to protect ourselves in some circumstances. In some circumstances, I think that's key. Sometimes and often, it can also be wielded as a weapon against someone. Not always, not for everyone, in some circumstances. Because we want to appear to be nice, we want to appear to be understanding and calm, and yet we also have this little bit of nastiness that we want to express, but we don't want to be thinking of as nasty. So I guess we can consider that defense, right? But what are we defending? We're defending the ego wishing to lash out for some reason. Trip Up says, yes, I'm sub Carl. Big Al says, Becca, I love you. Super Champ says, according to plan. Why do I get the feeling that he is twiddling his fingers according to plan. Heavenly Star is back. What's going on, Heavenly Star? Becca says yes, and use as a weapon. Remember, I said I want to make that person feel the same way as I. They made me feel. Gotcha, Becca. So, Becca, here's a question. Do you want to continue communicating in that fashion, or would you like to change? Because you can. Big Al says, "Don't be jealous. I love you too, Yogi." It doesn't mean as much to me anymore, Big Al. If you'd have said it to me first, like right off the bat. Tip Up says, "I'm constantly going back and forth with my other best friend, the ego." But here's the important thing: you're recognizing the ego. You're recognizing what the ego brings to the table. You're seeing the pain that it causes, and you are choosing another mode of communication, another mode of expression, another mode of thinking. Most people make no distinction. I am the ego. I am myself. And people in very, hey, Stash, how are you, my friend? I know people who have been around the block for a bit and they still like to, insist. Uh, well, you got to have the ego, or I am the ego, but you're not. And even just a little bit of meditation, you see through it like that. Once you see through it, you can never truly believe in it again. Becca says, yes, I want to change, but I don't know how. So let's work on that, Becca. For one, you're already doing two things. I don't know if you heard Tom talking today, and he was talking about awareness. Nothing changes until you are aware. So you've already brought awareness to it. You're one step in. Number two, you want to change. Quick Pup says, thank you, Yogi. We needed to hear that. And we appreciate you so much. I appreciate you too, Toy Pups. You too, Brian. Thanks for coming in. Looking forward to talking to you. Sash says, I'm well. Thanks for asking. I'm glad to hear. Big Al says, I know, Mr. Yogi, what if I ate a bowl of porridge for you to show you how much I love you? I think that would do the trick, Big Al. I think that would do the trick. As we know, porridge fixes everything. So now, Becca, you know what? And feeling awful and guilty, that's actually good because it shows you that that's not the mode of communication that you want. So you're aware of it. You want to change. Now, just when you're aware of it, even if it's after the fact, say, I can communicate differently. I will communicate differently. And now choose to communicate. And you can catch yourself even right after the fact. You can apologize. I'm sorry. That's not how I want to get my point across. And then put it forth in a more open and forthcoming and communicative fashion. Does that make sense, Becca? Wise words, Super Champ. I'm gonna get all passive aggressive on my cat in a minute if she sticks her claws in my leg one more time. Pip Up says, you agree with what they Yogi's saying because we have experienced that and we have made changes too. Pretty remarkable changes. Some ways of gaining greater clarity and awareness is doing breath work, not just occasionally, not just when you think you need it, doing it religiously 3 times a day as a practice and therapeutically as you need it. Practicing being aware of the breath is awareness, and you bring that same awareness to every aspect of your life. Meditation is helpful because you start to. Oh, Sash asked me a question. Thank you, Big Al. Sorry I missed it, Sash. Let's see if I can find it. Carl, I get lost on YouTube as well. I'm sorry, my friend. Sash says, "Hey Yogi, can I be a mod so I am able to connect with your wonderful community in here? I'm working on building my community and channel, so I would definitely appreciate the help." Well, here's the deal, Stash, and everyone here will vouch for this. Generally speaking, everyone has to undergo a series of trials, physical endurance feats, psychological evaluation, uh, endurance, long stretches, deprivation, fasting. There's got to be at least a 3 day journey into the solitude of the mind. Uh, every single one here has had to go through the same thing. Everyone. Super Champ had to bench 60 kilograms 8 times, bouncing it off his chest. Um, so, hey, if everyone in the chat says it's okay that Sash doesn't have to endure trial by fire, and I mean literally fire, you got to get the Just a Yogi in his basement tattoo. But if everyone says it's okay that they're going to let you slide on all this, I'm good. I don't mind modding you up if everyone's okay with that. Since Big Al brought it to my attention, I'm going to assume Big Al's like, yeah, not everyone has to do it. It's a true story, guys. I didn't make that up. Carl says people missing messages. I'm sorry, Carl. I know I'm always missing messages. Tip Up says he can change yesterday. We cannot change the past. It's already done. But what we can do is change the next second and the next minute, the next hour. Baby steps. Baby steps. Sash says, "You're amazing, Yogi, and I love the wisdom. Thank you so much." You're welcome, Sash. You're welcome. Heavenly Star says, "Yogi Bear, he's good." Thank you, Heavenly. Man, you got the heavenly so it says, "Let him pass," or "Let him pass." Um hey, if you get the Heavenly Star vote of approval, you're in for life. Fireman says, "I'm sure being passive aggressive to a cat is going to give you the results you want." They're famously bad at understanding the nuances of language. They are. And I've had extended conversations with my cats. Hey, Adam. Adam says, Becca Boo, the 4 control dramas are the bully, the inquisitor, the poor pitiful me, and aloof. Aloof. I have noticed 2 of these show up in my behavior from time to time. So important to be able to notice. Hey, Abigail. Abigail, our fabulous moderator. Becca King says that Becca Boo is the top lady. Becca Boo is a top lady. And he says, yes, I'm a big bad wolf in the house with a heart of gold. Blue Moon says, Big Al, how's your dog? Big Al says he's doing good. He's asleep at the moment. Stash says, you guys are amazing. I'm sure I connected back, and thank you so much. Carl says, I'm shutting YouTube down. I won't be too far behind you, Carl. Stash says, Yogi, how long have you been here on YouTube? I've been having an active channel for, I guess, 2 years. Almost 2 years. Sometime this winter will be about 2 years. What kind of stuff you want to do, Stash? You make sure that 100% that I'm subscribed to you. I was not subscribed to you. I am now, my friend. So I'm going to read Stash's channel description. Hey, Toy Pup, so you subscribe to Stash? Welcome to The Vibe, where we dive deep into engaging conversations, insightful interviews, and thought-provoking topics. Whether you're interested in specific topics like culture, business, lifestyle, or comedy, this channel brings you fresh perspective and captivating stories every week. Tune in for lively discussions and plenty of laughs. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. I like it. That's a great description. Toy Pups and I have talked about that. We've talked about it together up here on a live stream. How important it is to have a good description for your channel. Miguel says, Yogi, can I pop up for 2 minutes? Sure. Richard says, sub to Stash. Do I ever go on dates? You asked that? Oh, do I ever go on dates? I do not go on dates. Well, sort of. Depends on how you look at it. I have a meaningful relationship. What happened? I thought Big Al was coming up. Big Al, try again. I pressed the come up button. There you are.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I am doing okay. I received an email today that has thrown a spanner in the works, and I wanted to come up and share it with you quickly before I leave. Obviously,
Sure.
I know you said that maybe we wouldn't have any guests up tonight. I wanted to come up quickly and share some news with you. I'm taking action against the rugby club.
Why?
So they approved me taking part. Obviously, I have to wait for injuries to heal, my arm and everything after being knocked off my bike. They've now turned around and, due to the injuries I've sustained over the past few years, I'm not able to take part in their rugby club because they're worried about injuries that I might sustain whilst partaking, and I might take action against them.
But don't you sign a waiver?
Not with every club. The last team I played for, I didn't have to sign anything. When I broke my ribs, they did ask me to write out a full statement. The team asked me to write out a full statement from my own point of view, what happened, and there was no action taken against the team. Obviously, it was an accident. I didn't have to, I wasn't suing anyone because no one did anything on purpose. But this team have emailed me this morning, and said, no, we don't want you to partake in case you get injured and try and take action against us. So I'm taking action against them anyway because that's a form of prejudice.
Right. You gonna get a lawyer?
I'm going to see what I can do without first. It will just be a case of speaking to whoever's in charge because it was the HR. I think it was the woman from HR who emailed me this morning. So I'm going to speak to someone who's actually in charge, a team manager or whatever, and or the team representative, and see what we can do. Because they asked me what injuries I've sustained playing rugby before, and it was broken ribs. I just broke some ribs, completely accidental. It was a clean tackle. The guy just landed on me, and I ended up landing in a funny position.
Right.
And obviously, my ribs broke. But I didn't blame anyone. I don't blame him because it was an accident. He didn't do it on purpose. Like I say, it was a clean tackle. If he'd tackled me in a dirty way, if it'd been, I don't know, let's say he'd tackled me and gone in like knees first or something, and intended to cause me some damage, then yeah, I'm obviously going to take action. But it was an accident. He tackled me and I landed funny, and he just happened to land on top of me. So the added weight, it did me some damage. But I don't blame anyone, and I didn't try to take action. Literally, all I did was afterwards, I went to hospital. The team had to take me to hospital, and when I came back, the leader, I don't know what you call him, the referee, sorry, the marshal, asked me to write out a statement in my own words of what happened, and obviously asked the other guy in his own words to write a statement of what happened, and they both were pretty much the same. There was a few details that were like slightly different, but the whole thing was, it was an accident. It was ruled as an accident, and the team coach said, right, we're not, you don't need to take action if you don't want to. They weren't against it, to be fair. They said if you want to, take it further, that's fine. It's how I feel, but I didn't take any action. But this other team, they asked me what injuries I sustained while playing rugby before, and it was just broken ribs. And then obviously, because I've not been able to partake for a while, training was meant to start this month, and I obviously said I couldn't start straight away due to my arm. Okay, I didn't break anything, but I was unable to get on my bike, let alone play rugby with my arm. And because of all that, they're now worried that I'll get injured while I'm playing rugby, and they don't want me. And it's a form of, I've spoken to someone already, and it's a form of, not prejudice as such, but it's like, it's not even giving me a chance.
Right.
Because they're so worried that I'll sue them if I get hurt. But I'm not that kind of person.
Would you be willing? Would you tell them you would be willing to sign a waiver?
I would, yeah. I mean, if they give me the opportunity, if that's a good opportunity. If they say to me, no, absolutely not, and I bring up, well, what if I sign, an official document saying that I'm responsible if I do get hurt, then by all means do that. But I just find it a bit unfair that they said yes, I could go and all that kind of stuff, and they accepted me, and then today just drop it on me that I can't. It's a bit.
Right. So when's this going to take place?
Sorry.
When's this going to take place? When are you going to be able to present your?
Probably Monday now.
Okay, good.
Obviously today's Friday. Obviously, I didn't find out until this morning. I went straight to one of my friends who's in the business of legalities. I just asked her for some advice because obviously I don't want her representing me. It'd be very biased because obviously she's my friend.
Right.
But I just said from a legal point of view, she's not a solicitor, but she's in the legal business. And I just said, I'm after some advice. What action can I take? Because they've said no to me purely based on the fact I've been injured in the past, injured quite recently, obviously been knocked off my bike, and have turned around and said, no, we don't want you because you're likely to sue if you get injured. I've never sued anyone for being injured. I mean, I haven't even, people have been telling me to go for compensation after being knocked off my bike. I haven't even done that. I haven't even chased that up. I'm not bothered. The only thing I have done is I phoned the police and asked if I can have a update to find out what's going on. And the last thing they said is that they were waiting to speak to the driver of the car again. So
Right.
yeah, like I say, her advice was to pursue it, try and take it higher, and speak to someone a bit more relevant, because the HR department will just be following orders essentially. There'll be someone higher up will have told them to contact me and tell me that I can't go. HR don't have that decision, obviously. If the coaches have said yes, I mean, the HR can't just suddenly turn around and say no. If it was HR's department in the first place, then yeah. But I'm like I say, I wanted to come on and share that news with you because obviously it's something I've been looking forward to.
Sure, I remember. We've talked
And
quite a bit about it.
I just kind of remembered. So yeah, I apologise for coming up. Obviously, I know you said maybe no guests tonight, but I wanted to share that with you because I've kept you in the loop with everything, and I was
Right.
looking forward to it.
All right. Well, thank you, but yeah, I appreciate it.
No, no worries, no worries. But I'll definitely be, trying to see if I can. I mean, my friend, it was kind of stupid. She turned around and said, "Well, maybe find a different sport to get interested in." And it's like, well, that's fine. I could find another sport to be interested in, but I was really looking forward to the rugby.
Right.
I shouldn't have to change my life because other people aren't trustworthy. They didn't really give me the reason of, they said obviously because we're worried that you might take action against us if you get injured. But I could understand if they'd sort of said we've had it in the past where that's happened. If people have tried it in the past, then that's fine. But like you've said, Yogi, and it didn't cross my mind if I'm honest, but you said obviously you could sign a waiver. That's a really good point. So on Monday, because obviously, like I say, I need to get some advice today. I didn't have a chance. On Monday, I'm going to speak to the relevant people, or try to speak to the relevant people, and see exactly what I can do regarding that.
All right. I'm looking forward to here on Monday how it unfolds. Hopefully, it's going to unfold the way you want it to.
Yogi, indeed, I will obviously let you know how it went or what's happening. But yeah, again, apologies for coming up, obviously. But thank you for letting me
Sure.
come up. Obviously, like
You
I
got
said,
it.
it was mainly because I've kept you in the loop with everything, and I wanted you to know. As you know, like I said, I was looking forward to that.
Right.
Yeah, but
All right. I
what
appreciate it.
songs are we singing tomorrow, Yogi? You said you've got some lined up.
Yep. Hold on.
Oh, he's got them
Somebody,
written down.
somebody, I did. Somebody done somebody wrong song. I don't know if I can do this next song. I don't know if I can do any of these songs, to be honest. Uh, Somewhere Only We Know. Pretty song.
Right. Okay. Yep.
And Simon and Garfunkel, Sounds of Silence. Might try How Deep Is Your Love, too.
Oh, Sound of Silence. That'd be a good one to sing together, I think, Yogi.
Yeah, it'd be a good song if we could harmonize. It'd be a good song.
Indeed, I love that song.
And then bring your songs up as well. I figured,
Yeah, I was just about to say. Sorry, Yogi, I didn't mean to interrupt. I thought you'd finished. It's a bit of a lag, my end.
as I was telling people, that you might sing some of your own songs. I would sing some of my own. We would sing some together. And when
Yes,
other people wanted to come up, you'd pop down and they'd pop up, but then you'd pop back up again.
indeed, Yogi. It's going to be fair. I'm not going to be up the whole time, obviously. I'll probably come in, sing one solo, and then I'll leave. And obviously, people in between. And then probably like we did last Saturday, Yogi. I came up and sung one, then we did a couple together to finish off, sort of thing.
Right.
So I won't be up the whole time. I'll come up, maybe sing one, let other people go in between, and then we just go from there, Yogi. But
Yeah,
I've been singing tonight. I've been practicing "Everybody Hurts" by REM.
good song.
I love that song. I love REM. "Shiny Happy People," "Losing My Religion," all of those ones. They're "The Great Beyond." Oh, it's amazing. I love that one.
So we're gonna have a good time.
It's going to be fun. I will jump back in the chat. I apologise for staying for 11 minutes, but
That's okay.
I really appreciate it, Yogi. Thank you, and I hope you're doing
You're
well.
welcome. Yep. Thanks. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, I'll see you in the chat.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday. See you in the chat.
See you. Did it so fast before I got a chance to reply. So, maybe 5-10 minutes, guys. We'll hang out. Hey, Darren. Dan, how are you? It's a hard song to sing, Super Champ. I'm going to do my best. Well, if I do it, I will do my best.
Doing alright.
I'm sorry,
I'm
Selma.
sorry. I'm sorry that I did that to you guys. I didn't say hi. Hi guys. And so now he's dating my best friend. So she doesn't want to date him. So he calls this me right in front of everybody at school. He made me pick up his trash. I'm not his model. And he grabbed my arm and he started crying.
Well, I'm going to say just one thing, Selma. Stop.
Yeah,
He doesn't have to be in your life,
yeah,
but you keep letting him back in.
yeah. And I try to ignore him. He keeps on talking to me, and I try to stay focused on the positivity.
What's your
And
boyfriend have to say about all this?
my boyfriend Jackson is mad at him. I told him everything.
I bet.
Yeah,
We're mad at him too.
yeah. I cannot believe he posted saying like that.
Me neither. So, Selma,
Yeah.
we're going to be going to bed in a few minutes.
Okay.
Anything we can do to help you feel better?
Yeah.
What's that?
Is to sing me a song, Yogi.
Oh, wait a minute. I can sing you a song?
Yes.
Don't you think you would feel better if you sang me a song?
Oh yeah.
You see? See how that works?
Yeah. Oh, 24/7. 24/7. They don't got it.
What are you going to sing?
Oh, I'm going to go back again. I'm very bad at it. This is gonna be bad. Okay, I got it. This is for all of you. Yuki's gonna dance again to my music.
You think so?
Yes,
You think you sing so good that I can't help but dance, right?
yes, and I'm gonna sing super fast. It goes fast, to be
All right.
honest. Ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Battle stars for your power, no. High heel shoes with the open toe. She's gonna do lots of good for you, for you. All that dress with the devil eyes. So obsessed with the camera light. You love her, but you can't deny the truth, the truth. She loves everybody. Could you tell by the signs? She loves everybody. She gets off all the time. It's a dog is there for me. me. It's a false alarm for me. It's a false alarm. False alarm. Hey, 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 false alarm. Hey, 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 false alarm. Hey, 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 hey. Run! False alarm. Hey, 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 false alarm. Hey, 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 false alarm. Hey, 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 hey. I stole that.
Yep, nothing. Wasn't me. Wasn't me. It was my cat.
6 and 1 is one. Dollar bills will only time. To love her, you never be the one. The one. Diamonds and rings and a fantasy. Teacher's heart with the harmony. You love her, but you'll never be enough. Enough to love everybody. Could you tell by the signs? She loves everybody. She can talk all the time. It's a darkest love for me. It's never harmony. Just a false alarm to me. Just a false alarm. False alarm. Hey, 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 false alarm. Hey, 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 hey. I sound like a man.
You sound good.
She always leaves the man she loves, but the line is off forever. She always seems to be alone, but the diamonds make it better. False alarm! Hey, 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 false alarm! Hey, 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 false alarm! Hey, 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 hey. False alarm! Hey, 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 false alarm! Hey, 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 false alarm! Hey, 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 hey. I sound like a man.
No, that was good.
Yeah,
And you know what?
yeah,
You were in a better mood.
yeah,
And you want to know something else?
yeah,
You were in a better mood than if I sang. That's for sure.
yeah.
Um. Hey, wait 1 second, Selma. Hey, Stash. How old are you, my friend? If you don't mind me asking. Our friend Stash wanted to come up and say hi and maybe introduce himself. Got to make sure that he is 18 years old.
Yeah,
Those are the rules, aren't they, Selma?
yeah,
Hey, Stash, do you want to come up and introduce yourself to everyone in the channel? And then I'm going to go to bed. Let me know, and then we'll take care of it. Hey, Selma, you going to be around tomorrow?
yeah.
You know what we're going to do tomorrow?
We're gonna sing.
We're going to sing. You going to bring your A game?
Yeah, and I'm
You're gonna,
gonna rap. And I'm coming for Puppy Mommy.
I
Not
hope.
not in a bad way. In a
Right.
good way.
All right. So, Selma, our friend Stash is going to come up quickly.
Okay.
Thanks for singing.
You're welcome.
And it's a good thing I didn't dance, isn't it?
You danced.
I did not dance. You can't prove it. It never happened.
I can't prove it. Guys, the yogi dance. Say in the comment. Say it.
Let me know what they say, Selma. We're going to bring our friend Stash up.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Love you guys.
We love you too. All right, guys. Our friend Stash is going to come up. It's in the description, Stash. All right, Stash says okay. Give him a second. Got it. All right. So a quick hello from Stash, and then it's off to bed for me, guys. Doing the live streams with our guests. Tire me out a bit. It's very engaging, and I do my best to be one focused on the conversation, and then answering questions, going into the chat and answering questions. But it's a different format, and can be a little mentally can tire me out a little bit mentally. So I like doing these live streams later, just as an opportunity to unwind with you guys, my friends, longtime friends. Very much appreciate you being here and just hanging out. Becca Boo, I hope you're feeling better. I hope being here, just hanging out with us, that you feel better than when you came in. Thank you, Heart Matters. Heart Matters says, appreciate you, Yogi. Hey, Heart Matters, I'm curious who might resonated the best with you as far as the guest this week. Here he is, guys, our brand new
Hey,
friend,
what's going
Stash
on,
Cash.
Yogi? How's
How are you, my
everything,
friend?
my good brother? How's everything?
Good.
Thank you
How's
for
it been with
having me.
you?
I'm good. I'm well. I had came across your channel by just scrolling down on a YouTube vertical live stream, and I just love the energy, the advice, the positive vibes you give. I was just like, wow, I gotta meet this person. So it's
Thank
good
you
to
so
meet
much
you,
for that.
sir.
It's glad to meet you too. Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you tell everyone in the chat about yourself and about your channel?
Yes. So my name is Stash Cash. I am a podcaster, vlogger, and I do sometimes I do live. Well, a lot of times I do live streams. My channel is mainly live streams. I sometimes do vlogs and I do podcasts as well. So I talk about trending topics, like controversial takes sometimes depending on a certain situation. But I love just to have fun on my channel. That's what I'm about.
Full support from all of
Yeah.
us. Whatever
Yeah.
we can do to help you, whatever goal that you have.
Thank you so much. And I love the fact that I came in, I asked, and the support and love that not only you, but everybody in your chat, the community gave me. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. This is about my fourth time on your live. So I've been watching, I've been seeing, I've been engaging, and I really like what I see.
Man, you're right about that. Let me type something real quick. There's a great group of people that
Yes.
hangs out here.
Yes.
And again, the great thing, every single one of them has like a group behind them too.
Mhm.
So you're not only do you gain support from the people you see here, you gain support from the people that support them.
Oh,
So
wow.
it just keeps growing and growing and growing.
And that's a beautiful thing. Cause same here with me. Like I have a community as well. So when I go live, and you'll see how my family is as well on my side. So I'm actually connected. When I first saw you, I saw you was on live with Lucy.
Yep.
She's one of the people that I'm connected with on my side as well. She's
Oh,
a
awesome.
cool person. Yeah.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
And she, as we mentioned before, probably the hardest worker on all of YouTube.
Yes, Lucy is cool. She's definitely a hard worker.
She's
Definitely.
done 6-hour tarot reading live streams. Then she takes an
Wow.
hour break, and then she'll come up and do a tarot reading on my stream for an hour and a half.
That's amazing. I did my
Yes.
first 6-hour live stream about 3 or 4 days ago. Honestly, I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did it. Like it was crazy. But
It's a long time. That's
it,
a long time.
it
I
is.
do. I don't generally do. Yesterday I did a 2 hour, uh, but I do it every day, 3 times a day,
Mm,
and have for. I think I've done over 2,000 now without missing a day.
wow.
Um, yeah,
Wow.
2,000 consecutive live streams without missing a day. But that's
That
just
is amazing.
because I have a lot of free time, and I'd like, as Toy Pup said, like my only real talent that I have
Mm,
is showing up every
mm,
day.
right.
But you can get a lot done just by showing up.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And it shows. It could tell. I see how much the community supports and love what it is you do. They come to you and ask you questions, and you know what I mean? That's an amazing thing. I love that. I love that. And I'm sure that comes from you just always showing up and being consistent.
Um, I'd like to think so. And plus, it's just a loving group of people. And like I said, it's just sheer luck on my part that I stumbled across these people,
Nah, it's not luck.
including including you. Just sheer, you know, the amazing thing is some of the people that came here uh, were just like a gift from the algorithms. They
Mm,
just popped in out of the blue
mm,
and they decided to stay. Squirrel Sniper, my top mod,
mm,
just I popped up on an algorithm. Same with a great friend, Eric Lapointe,
mm.
um, and they ended up staying. So I take it all as a gift, including you, my friend. I take you as a gift.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate that, Yogi. I take you as a gift as well. And I definitely look forward to, continuing to see you guys here in the community. I'm gonna be in your live streams a lot now. I feel like we're connected. So I'm gonna
Definitely.
definitely look forward to seeing you. I don't want to
Before
take too much of your time. I know you said you was going to sleep, but I just wanted to show my face, show my love, show my support, and again just say thank you to not just you, but also the people in the chat. I appreciate all of y'all.
before you go, one
What's up?
question: do you
Yes.
sing?
I don't sing, but I rap, but
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. I sing
We're
with
doing
auto tunes.
we're doing a karaoke tomorrow without it's without music,
Okay,
just with the lyrics. So that way we don't have to worry about copyrights.
okay.
Um, so if you want to come up tomorrow, show
What
us what you
time?
got. 5:25, same time as today.
5:25. Okay, I'll definitely be there.
All right, it's going to be fun.
All right, thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you
All
again,
right,
guys.
see you, Stash.
See you later.
Man, that was great getting to know Stash. Awesome. Hey, you know what? Again, just makes me love you guys all the more. Not going to answer that question, Blue Moon. No offense. Just don't want to keep going down that road with you. Your guy says I'm the youngest here, Super Champ. I think Super Champ's the youngest. He just turned 18. How do you know I'm not the youngest here? Everybody says, laughing, Yogi Bear. All right. So, everybody says, not this again. Exactly. I agree. I think it's time, Tiger King, that we let that go completely. I think that you're either relaxed here and you're enjoying our company, uh, or you don't like it here, which is fine. You don't have to like it here. Stash says, yes, I'm definitely excited to be here and be part of the team. And just know that it goes both ways, Stash. It's never, never a one-sided team. That means that, we show up, we support you. Becca says it was nice to meet you, Stash. All right, guys, I'm gonna go to bed. It was nice to meet Stash. It definitely was, Becca. So Becca, again, I hope you're feeling better. Blue Moon says, love it. Evan says later. See you, Evan. Super Champ is 15% battery. All right. Hey, Blue Moon, we'll work on it. Blue Moon, if you only knew how much I supported you. If you only knew. Richard says, I can't make your morning live again, Yogi. That's okay. Man, I appreciate it whenever you're here. Becca says, yes, thank you, Yogi. You're welcome, Becca. I'm glad that you're feeling better. Blue Moon says, Cash, love people who rap. I do too. Blue Moon says, you do Eric all the way. I'm sorry if it doesn't always seem that way, Blue Moon. I do apologize. That says Blue Moon 100. Good says 11 here too. Yogi, you do amazing work on your channel. Thanks, guys. And again, thank you for supporting my guest. It actually means a lot to me to bring these people here. We got more coming up tomorrow, actually, at 1 o'clock. Our good friend Anna Marie. We're going to talk about recovery, guys. An important subject to many of us. We're all recovering from something, whether we know it or not. We're all recovering from something. All right, I'm going to go. Love you guys. I will see everyone tomorrow, 5 a.m. for the #1 slot. Take care, guys.